Hello everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you so much for stopping by. Now today I'm doing a Queen & Co. design team project. Now this is a shaped shaker kit and it's called Flowers. So we're going to make 2 cards using this. These are available at the Queen & Co. shop, and I'll leave everything in the description area for you guys in case you're interested. But the nice thing about this little kit is everything you need to make your little shaker flowers. This one is actually particularly neat because it comes in its own storage package. Now, I don't know if you're familiar with Queen & Co., but they actually have storage options which are really nice. I had picked up some of these binders. These are called the Envy binders, and they're made especially for all your doodads and stuff, but also for your little shape shaker kits. So everything, or your monthly kits, or your card kits too. Everything will fit perfectly in your little binder, which is lovely because it's nice and tidy, and they do come in a variety of colors, but I'll leave a link for the binder if you're interested in that too. But these little storage pouches are really nice. They're made of really thick plastic, which is fantastic, and they have a little lip on there too so nothing falls out. But this is your kit. This is the flower kit, and it comes with 3 large flowers. The flowers are foam shaker shapes, and they are adhesive backed on the front and the back. You just punch out the center flower, and then you can add your acetate. This little kit here comes with 3 pieces of acetate for the larger flowers, and then you also get 3 of the smaller flowers too. So again, you just punch out the middle to separate your flowers, and you have an instant foam shaker, which is so nice. Everything's just pre-cut, and I'm loving this. And you also, of course, get your acetate sheets to cover those up, and they're pre-cut for you too. Now, along with your little foam shaker shapes, you also get the coordinating dies, which is lovely for pattern paper. They fit the outline of your shaker shape perfectly, and then it also cuts out the center flower too. So you get 2 flower dies, and then this set actually comes with a little center that you can die cut out with pattern paper, the itty bitty circles for the center of the flowers. And then you get a leaf too, which is wonderful. So these are the dies that come in this little set. So fun, and I love that everything just is ready to go. Saves you so much time, actually. It kind of makes card making a little bit more fun. So we're going to jump in and make a card. For my first project, I'm going to be using this pattern paper. This is the Pretty Presents 6x6 pattern paper pad. Well, I said that fast, pattern paper pad. But it comes with 24 sheets, 4 sheets of each pattern. And again, these are double-sided. So we're just going to grab a few little papers that we're going to use for our first card. And I'm thinking the pink's going to be great. Although I think I don't end up using the pink. Okay, I'm going to use this blue pattern for my background. So I'm going to grab a stitched rectangle die from my stash. And I'm going to cut out my panel. This is going to leave me a little bit of a white border on my card base. And then I'm also going to take a circle die from my stash and cut out a circle frame right in the center. Now you can see here I kind of didn't center my circle very well. So to fix that, I'm taking a piece of the plaid pattern paper, and I'm going to take that same die that I used to cut out the circle, just place it over the panel here, and I'm going to cut out a little bit of the circle. That way I can adhere this to my panel, and it's going to even it out a little bit. That way it doesn't look as crooked. That's my quick fix. Okay, I know I wanted to use this cute little larger shaker flower, and so I think that's going to go there. And I wanted to do something a little bit different, so I'm taking the coordinating die and placing it on my panel, and then I'm going to cut that out again. So it's going to look a little bit odd, but I like the fact that the foam shaker shape will fit right inside there, almost like a puzzle piece. So that's what we're going to do today. Now next, for my flower, I chose the yellow pattern paper here, and I'm gonna cut out my frame with the yellow pattern paper. And then I'm gonna take some green, and I'm gonna cut out 3 of the little leaves for my little scene here. And I'm just gonna run those through my Big Shot and cut these out here. Okay, all my elements are cut out, and it's going to fit really nicely in there, and I think this is going to look really neat. Now I'm going to save that one for my next project. Okay, so I'm going to actually pop up this panel. I love a little bit more dimension on my cards, and this is a great way to add dimension to your card without adding too much dimension, because your foam shaker shape is going to fit right inside, again, like a little puzzle. So I'm just placing my panel on a A2 size card base, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inches. I'm going to peel off the backing of my shaker shape here and just place that right back in its little home there. And it doesn't cost too much dimension, and I really like that. I think this is a really fun effect. Okay, next we're going to add some toppings. Now, this is the fun part. These are the Pearly's Bright toppings, and they're little pearls, basically. I'm going to grab some coordinating colors that will coordinate with the plaid paper. These are secured with tape, so I'm just removing all the tape, and then I'm going to add a little bit inside my flower here. I love how they shake around. I think it's going to look so fun. And we have some stragglers there. Add a little bit of the orange and then a little bit of yellow. I'm just going to take my craft pick and kind of do a little bit of mixing. I'm sure you probably didn't have to do that, but I just wanted them all mixed up. Okay, I'm going to remove the little acetate film that's on the top portion of my shaker shape. And then I'm going to take the acetate and place that right on top. Easy peasy. Lovely, and everything is all nice and secure inside now. So cute. Okay, I'm going to take some sheer glue. This is Queen & Co.'s glue, and it's actually really nice. It dries clear, so it works perfect on the acetate. I just put mine in a smaller bottle, but I am going to go around the outline of my flower with my glue, and then I'm going to add my pattern paper right on top. Lovely. I think that looks really pretty. Okay, now we're going to kind of arrange our little leaves. I'll put one on the bottom there, and I'm just going to use some more glue, and I'll glue them down. I'm only going to glue the very bottom portion of my leaves because I like to kind of curl up the ends of my leaves. So if I just glue the bottom portion, I can kind of curl up the end, give it a little bit more depth. Okay, now we need a sentiment. So for this card, I'm going to grab a piece of white cardstock, and this is the flower stamp set. I think it's going to go perfect with my little shaker. I grabbed the sentiment that said thinking of you, and I'm going to stamp it with some VersaFine ink. And then for my stash, I have a banner die. I was going to use that, but it was just a little too big. So I just decided to create my own little banner. So I'm going to trim it down and then fishtail the ends. I didn't want it to overhang on my card base, but I just popped that up with some foam tape. Lovely. Okay, now I need a little bells and whistles. So these are epoxy dots. And I grab, Queen & Co. has a variety of colors. These are the orange ones, and I like them because there's three different sizes. And so I'm going to add a few here and there on my card base for a little bit of accent. And that finishes off that card. No, it doesn't. My sentiment was black, so I thought if I added some black faux stitching around the inside of my circle window, it would kind of tie everything together. So that will finish my card off. My first project. And here's a close-up. I think it turned out really fun. Now we're going to move along to card number 2. I always like to use the negative part of my foam shaker shapes. So I created a frame with white cardstock, and I'm going to trim down a piece of this green pattern paper. Now this has little squares on it, so I'm going to take my scissors and just cut little slits. I want to create like a little grass scene, but kind of an odd shaped grass scene. I want it to be square. So this pattern paper worked perfect for that. Now once I have that done, I'm going to attach my little grass area to the very bottom of my frame. Kind of fluffing it up, and then I'll trim off the excess. Lovely. Okay, now for my background, I'm going to take a piece of Strathmore Bristol Smooth cardstock, and then I'm going to do a little bit of ink blending with some Broken China Distress Oxide ink. Now I just wanted to go over the very top portion of this panel, just to create a nice little blue sky background. And I didn't go all the way down because I wanted to save room for my sentiment. Okay. Now in this little flower stamp set, and again, I'll leave links for everything that I used today, guys, in case you're interested. But the nice thing about this little flower stamp set is there's a little stem for your flowers, and I really like that. Now I just trimmed down my panel so it fit behind my frame. And this is the little stem. I'm going to ink it up with some green ink. This is garden green ink from from Stampin' Up. I always say the wrong store. But I stamped my little stem there. And then I'm going to cut out one little leaf using that same green pattern paper. Now next we need to stamp our sentiment. So I'm thinking Pick Just For You would fit perfect right down there on the bottom. So I'm going to stamp my sentiment with some VersaFine ink just right above the grassy area. Lovely. And then I'm going to flip this panel over and add some foam tape behind it and place that on my background there. And then anything that's overhanging, I'm just going to trim off. Even though I keep thinking it's the same size and I can get it straight, I can never get it straight. Okay, now we're going to add our little flower. First we're going to add our pattern paper. You just remove the clear backing off of the foam shape here. And this flower is going to leave a little bit of a white border, but that's okay. I don't mind that at all. I'm just going to take my anti-static powder tool and remove any of the tackiness. Now to give this a little bit more color, I'm going to go in with some Distress Oxide ink. This is fossilized amber, and I'm going to go around the edges of my flower and then also the center of my flower. Now all we have to do is remove the backing off the back, place our dimensional flower on our panel, and I think that's going to look really fun. I'm going to glue down my leaf. I'm going to put it right next to the little stem there. And I think that looks nice. Okay, now for bells and whistles. This is actually cord. Okay, these come in a variety of colors also, but the nice thing about this is they're stretchy. So they're on the thinner side, which I really like. So I'm just going to wrap it around my panel twice. And then since it is stretchy, I'm going to tighten it and then secure it with some of my tweezers here. And then I'll tie a knot and then remove my tweezers. And then I am ready to tie a bow. I'm just going to tie a little bow, trim off the ends there. And I think that looks really nice. I'm going to scoot it up just a little bit. Squish my grass a little bit more. Okay, now Queen & Co. also has these cute little embellishments. They're called lollies. And they look like little lollipops, actually. Lollipop centers. So I decided to add one to the center of my flower. They come in a variety of colors, too. I chose the yellow ones. And then just to bring in a little bit more of the black, I'm going to grab some black and white epoxy dots. And I'm going to add a few here and there around my little panel. I think yellow and black just remind me so much of a bumblebee. It looks, so springy. Okay. Now I'm going to flip this over, grab my card base, which is an A2 size card base. We are just going to adhere that directly to my card base. Now this is going to cover the entire card base. And that finishes off my second project. So these are the 2 cards I made today for Queen & Co. I hope this gives you some ideas on how to use those foam shaker shapes, which are so easy and so fun. I thank you so much for stopping by, guys. I wish you a fantastic day, and we'll see you again soon.